beginning of 2024 and evictions are already skyrocketing, guys.
Everybody in your complex is gonna know that you're under eviction because you do not pay your bills.
And that's no good.
I told you guys this, as Christmas ends, we were gonna see a skyrocketing of hardships because the bills are coming due, guys.
Tell them to bring me my money.
I've said this over and over and over, and we are going to go over what's happening with these evictions and why evictions are skyrocketing, guys. You need to watch this video. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. And as always, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Make sure you check in the pinned comment and in the description. Guys, I have a newsletter. Yes, a newsletter. And I promise you guys, you will get tremendous value out of it. And it's free. How can you beat free? You can't. Evictions are skyrocketing. And a lot of you guys are asking me,
Orlando, why is it that I'm seeing evictions, and more evictions when I thought that everybody is saying that the economy is doing great?
Remember, you guys are looking at CNN and all these other places, and what are they telling you? They're telling you, don't worry, everything is great. The economy is doing better than it was.
GDP and all this other stuff is just going up and going up and going up.
They're telling you that everything is great, but yet, when you go to the grocery store, when you go to the gas station, when you speak to your friends, everybody is losing jobs. Everybody is getting evicted. Everybody can't afford a home. So why is it that you're seeing one thing, but you are looking at the media and they are saying another? Well, I hate to tell you, but the media isn't really giving you all of the info. And we're gonna go over a video to show you why things are going well.
With their animals in tow, Danny and Jonathan Rivera are living in a one-bedroom motel room in Hialeah. They were evicted from their apartment, they said, because of a rental disagreement and problems with their building.
It's absolutely horrific, especially when you did everything right.
Life fell apart a year ago when Jonathan, a cook, could not work because of a chronic condition that makes it difficult to stand. He's had surgeries and needs more.
That's my goal, is to be able to return to work after everything is done, because I've worked every day since I was 15 years old. That's all I know how to do.
Very, very sad. Now, while this gentleman is saying that he had to get out of work for medical reasons, there are a lot of people who don't even have that option. They're getting laid off. I just did a video on UPS and how they laid off 12,000 people. And I could do multiple more videos on Google, on other places that are laying off thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Hey guys, if you don't know, January, the beginning of 2024 was the highest month of layoffs. It's gonna get worse before it gets better, guys. And I need you guys to understand this. And I say it all the time. In this video that we're doing on the evictions is based in Florida. Go figure. Why is that? Why is it? I have told you guys this over and over and over again. And I know a lot of you guys in Florida want to hold on to the fact that
Florida is the best state ever. There's no reason why evictions are happening here.
this is the cost of living in Florida. That is the number one thing that people say to me when they send me emails.
Orlando, I can't afford insurance, property taxes, or rent. And guess what? Everything is way more expensive here. But I get to live on the beach.
And I go, what? So you're willing to pay all of those things that are unaffordable but have access to a beach? I mean, what does that make sense? Eventually, you will actually have to live on the beach. And I don't mean that in a way where I'm laughing at the person. It's just ironic that a person would make those horrible decisions to live in a state that is literally bankrupting them. So you want to live in a state that bankrupts you, but then you are saying that the reason why you want to live there is for sightseeing? Make it make sense to me. Florida residents, put in the comments. Is this a reason to live in Florida? Is this a reason you want to, everything gets stripped away from you. But the one thing that you want is to see the ocean.
Oh, honey.
I hate to break it to you, but you can do that in Mexico with the cartel. Let's jump back into it.
The Riveras aren't alone. According to the Eviction Lab, which tracks housing trends, Miami-Fort Lauderdale over the past 12 months has had over 23,000 evictions.
The evictions are going up, of course. the rent has like doubled for a lot of people, and they just can't afford to pay the new prices.
Bertisha Combs is with Florida Rising, a housing advocacy group in Fort Lauderdale.
Guys, is this a surprise that rents have doubled? It's not. It's not a surprise. I have said it over and over and over, guys. I've done videos, tons of videos about property taxes, insurance going up. If residential properties, insurance and taxes are going up in the state of Florida, that are ridiculous, mind-blowing numbers. What do you think is happening to apartment complexes? You know those numbers are going up. So what do you think the landlords are gonna do? They're gonna pass the cost over to you. So you know that you're gonna get a $200, $300, $400 rent increase because these guys, the landlords in Florida, are trying to keep their head above water and make their money on top of that. Now, I understand that a lot of tenants don't really care and they are just saying,
I don't get it. Why is my rent going up $300, $400 just on a renewal?
and I would say to them, you have to look. This is the reason why it's so important to make sure you know what's going on in your market. Maybe you can get a better deal somewhere else. Maybe you refuse to do that and you move in with someone. You move in with parents. You do something. But this is the reason why it's so important to keep an eye on your market, because these guys in Florida, and I've said it over and over again, guys, that these properties are going to collapse. This is the reason why I say that Florida is really, and everybody comes at me about this, is really a test of what's going to happen in the market. Miami, condos, the insurance issue, property taxes, all of this stuff is really just swirling all in the bowl of Florida. And eventually, it's going to collapse. There is no way, listen to me, there is no way that any of this stuff is going to come down. I know everybody thinks that the governor who's running for president or whatever is going to come in and save them. But this is the same guy that literally approved for tax hikes, who approved for insurance companies to raise up the rates.
Wait, what?
Who runs a state-funded insurance company that is insolvent. Do you guys hear me? The guy does not care.
Sorry I'm late, I just don't give a fuck.
I know. Don't attack me. I know some of you guys are really for your governor. I get it, but he doesn't care. He only cares about himself. He's a politician. Trust yourself. What do I say always? Put yourself first. And this is no different.
We asked her what to do when you get an eviction notice.
The paperwork is very confusing. So you have to respond within 5 days. You have to pay something into the rent registry. And then you have to basically ask for like a determination of rent, or ask for a hearing, or either some type of, what do you call this?
So you have to go to the courthouse.
You have to go to the courthouse.
Yeah.
If you understand the language, or if you don't understand the language, find somebody who does. So what we do a lot of times is, because we partner with a community justice project, I'll give them a call and ask them, can they help somebody on a case?
The paperwork for an eviction is so confusing. The advocate for evictions doesn't even know what to do either.
I mean, what the hell is this? I really don't understand it.
Look, she was like,
You gotta,
and the lady's like, oh, well, you just got to go to court.
yeah, just go to court and they'll take care of you.
She doesn't even know because it's so confusing. Now, the question is, guys, do you think it's confusing on purpose, or do you think it's just so miraculously just fell into that bucket? No, it's confusing on purpose. And this is the reason why I tell you guys it's going to get worse before it gets better.
That it takes patience.
The reason why evictions and everything are going up is because of the way that the economy is going. You have to understand that 2024 is going to be a ride, guys. This is the year where everything is falling into place. I know you guys are waiting on the Fed to cut rates. I know you're waiting on a miraculous package from the president to boost you up, from your city, from your governor. Everybody's waiting on some magic money to pile up in their pockets. It's not coming, guys. Let me say it one more time. The money is not coming.
Deal with it.
You have to help yourself. You have to educate yourself on what's going on in your market. You have to educate yourself what's going on in the economy. You have to put yourself first and not these other people. I know I say it over and over, and I know you guys are tired of hearing me saying it, but you have to put you and your family first. If you do not do this in 2024, I am sorry, you are going to fall behind. I mean, not just a little bit. You're going to fall behind a lot. You're going to be so far behind, you're going to miss a lot of opportunities to get ahead yourself. If you are going to put the governor of Florida ahead of you, Ron DeSantis, if you're going to put him ahead of you, then yes, you're going to be behind. If you're going to put the president or a realtor or your accountant or anybody ahead of you and your family, you're going to suffer the consequences. I don't know how much clearer I have to say this. You cannot let these companies get ahead of you. You better do everything in 2024 for yourself and your family. That is the motto. 2024, you and your family first.
The Riveras aren't sure where they'll go next. Their 11-year-old son is staying elsewhere.
They can't give us 2 beds and a wheelchair accessible shower. So we have to choose between mine and my husband's ability to bathe or being with our son at this location.
I always tell people that it can only get better because it can't get worse.
And it's not looking any better. Florida Rising telling me they anticipate in 2024 18,000 evictions here in Broward. If you get a notice, don't ignore it and don't just leave because it could affect your future chances for housing. In Pompano Beach, Joan Murray, CBS News, Miami.
Well, I'm here to tell them it can get worse. And more than likely it will. I understand him being positive and just trying to move forward as he should. But here's the thing. It's going to get worse, guys. If you're in that scenario, rents are only going to go up in that environment. Now, this is the environment. I'm talking about Florida, the environment. And the reason why Florida is such a big thing, guys, and the reason why this video should be important to you, even if you're not in Florida, is you want to be able to see that if this was to happen in your area, exactly what are the symptoms? How can I avoid this happening to me? I am telling you guys, you are starting to see taxes and insurance skyrocket nationwide. Some areas are hit heavier than others. Texas, California. Someone's going to put in the comment section, taxes can't go up in California. Well, what about insurance? What about insurance? Is that not going up? Is that not going up? Not only is it going up, guys, it's going up by 2, 3, 4, 5, 600%. What? I didn't count singular. I didn't say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%, 6%, 100%.
That's cold.
The reporter at the very end said a very, very, very important thing. She said, if you get an eviction notice, do not ignore it. Oh boy. Now that sounds like common sense. If you get a big yellow eviction notice on your door, you should probably not ignore it. But there are so many people, guys. I get them emails and DMs every other day of individuals saying, what do I do, Orlando? I have a big red sign that is used to embarrass me, to let everyone know I have an eviction, and I just rip it off and keep it moving. What do I do? I said, you should handle that. You should figure out what the issue is, because if you don't, your stuff will be out on the curb.
I'm homeless.
The landlord or the person who put the eviction notice on your door, they won't ignore the eviction. They're going to kick you out, and you need to address it ASAP. You need to address it ASAP. I know that sounds like common sense, but a lot of people ignore stuff like that. And then they wonder, why are you showing up at my door? Listen, guys. What do I say all the time? Keep your eye on this economy. Keep your eye on your local market. Make sure that you have that emergency savings account. Get your credit together. Do all of these things to make yourself stronger. Put you and your family first. Do all of these things and you will be better off. I promise you, you will be better off than putting all of your trust in other people. As always, I hope you got value out of this content, but we know you won't get all of your information off this one video. I need you to watch this video. Yes, come on, watch this video. I promise you, it will give you all the information you need on the housing market, financial news, get you into your first rental property, and the information you will get from it will be gold, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.